Good morning, dear children. As displayed on your screen, our chapter for today is from your English supplementary book, Chapter 2, The Friendly Mongoose. The story has been derived from Panchatantra Tales. Panchatantra Tale is actually a collection of ancient Indian stories which is there for now over many centuries. This chapter speaks about an animal that is mongoose. What do we know about mongoose? Mongoose, actually, they are very strong. They put up a very brave fight. They are never afraid of their enemy. They are very fast. They are very quick. Their speed, they have a speed of light actually. Dear children, let's begin this chapter with a very quick question. Who do you think is the enemy of mongoose? Yes, snake is the enemy of mongoose. So here in this chapter, in the beginning, a farmer who used to live in a village along with his wife and a newborn child is being introduced. One day, the farmer spoke his mind to his wife and expressed to bring a pet to his house to give it as a companion to their son. His wife also liked that idea and she agreed to it. One evening, the farmer he brought a baby mongoose as a pet. Both the baby mongoose and his son grew together for some months. The baby mongoose grew to its full size within 5 or 6 months, whereas the farmer's son was still a baby only. The baby mongoose grew out to be very beautiful with furry tail and shining black eyes. One day the farmer's wife had to go to the market. She fed the baby and moved him a little to make him sleep. She picked up the basket to go to the market and asked her husband to keep an eye as the baby was sleeping. She spoke that she did not like to leave her baby alone with the mongoose. But the farmer said, "Do not be afraid," as the mongoose was as sweet as their own child. Moreover, the child and the mongoose, they were very good friends. So the wife went to the market, and the farmer, as he had nothing to do at home, also went to his fields, which were not very far from the home. On the way, he also met his friends and got late. The farmer's wife, after completing her work, she came back from the market with her basket full of groceries. She noticed blood on the face and paws of the mongoose and started shouting and crying. She thought that it was her baby's blood. She thought that the mongoose had killed her baby. She was blinded by the fear inside her. She cried and cried and cried, but by the fear inside her, by the thought that it was her baby's blood, without even thinking for a second, she hit the mongoose with the heavy basket with full strength. Yes, the mongoose was dead. It died instantly. After this, she ran inside to her child's cradle. She found that the baby was asleep without even a single scratch. The mongoose hadn't harmed the baby, but to her surprise, she found a black snake lying on the floor. In a moment, she understood the whole story. She understood that the blood which was smeared all over the mongoose wasn't her baby's blood. She ran out looking for the mongoose. She cried, realizing her mistake. She touched the mongoose who was lying dead. The farmer's wife, who acted unthoughtfully in a panic, was repenting, was crying, but it was too late because the mongoose wasn't alive anymore. The mongoose who saved her child's life wasn't alive anymore. The mongoose who saved her son was killed by herself only. It was a very sad moment. It was a moment when she realized her mistake. It was a moment when she realized that she has taken an hasty action for which she is repenting, but now she cannot bring back the mongoose. Dear children, this is what happens when we also will behave in such a manner. This story is not here so that you can just learn the chapter, learn the question and answer, and give your exam. This chapter is here so that you can learn a moral out of it. This chapter is here to teach you something. This chapter is here to teach you that how to behave when you're angry. Dear kids, usually whenever we are angry without even thinking for a second, we just speak out whatever there is in our mouth without giving it even a single thought. We just react and we act very hastily. that is not the correct way, because whatever we speak at that moment, later on when we realize that that moment wasn't exactly the same which we were in, it becomes too late. Really, it becomes very late. And you cannot take the words back which you already have spoken. Whatever harm you have caused, you cannot mend it again. The relationships which are broken cannot be the same exactly again after realizing that what was the truth. Dear kids, it is better not to be angry, but if angry, take action after thinking only, after giving it a thought. In anger, do not take action without thinking, because later on you'll repent for it, just like the farmer's wife. I believe that you all understand what this chapter is trying to tell you. I believe that you all understand how you have to behave when in anger. I believe you understand that how you have to analyze the situation and act accordingly. Just go through this chapter once again. I believe you will love this chapter. In any doubt, we are always here to help you. Till then, take care and stay safe.